Here's CP number 9. What you can call of it. This is the Racer's gear tent. Much less elaborate than it was at the other CP. And here's the beach. This is all there is. How long have you guys been here?
Like 4 days.
4 days? Oh my god. Does the tide come up?
Huh?
Does the tide come in your tent?
Yeah.
It's the morning of day 6 and I'm up above CP9 overlooking the fjord. Yesterday when we were coming back on the boat from CP8, Stepan asked me to drop off overnight and just make sure all the kayakers got in safely. Everybody's in except for Dancing Pandas, and they might even be in already. This is where I set up my tent last night. The CP was so small there wasn't any room on the beach, so I just climbed up above it and found this spectacular location. Well, dawn is broken. Looks like it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm sure the guys down at the CP have packed up and they're on their way by now. This is the view from my tent. It's quite spectacular. But hey, what isn't? There's Ad Natural getting ready to head out on track. Got a 90-mile trek ahead of him. It's a little bit daunting. Here they go, heading off into the night. Swallows them right up. Just a little bit above CP9 where the guys finished the kayak. This is what it looks like when they get out and start heading up the hill. So I just finished kayaking a little bit, and I was following the Roadrunner team. So they headed into this thick brush, and I just wanted to see what it was like and how hard it is to get through there. These guys are telling us horror stories of how long it's taking them to get through this thick stuff, and they're not kidding. This is a lot of work, and you can imagine what it would be like if I had my pack on. Those guys are carrying about 15 to 30 pounds of gear and food and water, and they're working their asses off. This is slow going. Here's another example of what this turf looks like when these guys are trekking. This whole place is alive. Everything is wet, it's spongy. You take a step and it sinks down and it springs right back up. It's just amazing. It's like a big bed of feathered grass, but it's wet and it's slow going. This is called Bahia Carib. It's the end of the estuary off of one of these fjords, and it's where CP9 sits. This is a good example of what these guys are going through when they have to go along the coastline. They were telling me that a lot of times there's little beaches like this that you can run, and then you'll come to a headland like that one right there, and you'll either have to scramble around the edge of it or go up and over the top. In this case, this one's pretty easy, but sometimes they come to it and it's basically a sheer cliff. So what I heard from Gear Junkies is that they were using their air mattresses and they were actually swimming around these headlands. Pretty gutsy and bold move because that water's cold and they're not wearing wetsuits or dry suits like I am. You can see what happens when I go along this one. Pretty much run out of places to walk, so either into the water or head up into the brush. And the brush is no easy going. As I'm climbing up the side of this mountain, and I'm running into a lot of these moss pillars. This is actually a pillar of moss that's just kind of built itself up, and it looks like a rock, but it's not. It's flexible and it's kind of strong. It's very interesting. I've never seen anything like it. I just climbed up to the summit of this little peak up above CP9, I feel like I'm out in the middle of nowhere. This is incredible. There's just rock, turbo, little lakes everywhere, streams, but not a single shred of evidence that a man has ever been here. It's quite possible I'm the first person that's climbed up this little shoulder. As far as the eye can see, there's just a string of ridges after ridge after ridge after ridge. Down below me, behind me, that's the track that the guys are going on. Nice. You're Perdido, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Nice job. Congratulations on a long paddle.
Fine, apart from that headwind.
Yeah, that was a little mean, wasn't it? Switched on you.
Did you do that for everybody or just us?
Oh, we arranged that for everyone.
Oh, good. I don't feel so bad.
It looked to me like it pretty much sucked, though.
Hello? Yeah. Hello? ¿Perdón? Ok, no hay problema. Nico, ¿puedes llamar a alguien conmigo?
So the Navy came to greet you guys, too. You got the escort.
Oh, let me place out there. Atento, puente de bote.
So if you had a choice, would you keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah? Feeling good? Feeling strong enough to go?
Yeah, all we got